Hello students and welcome to the Virtual Learning Network. This is session 23 for Modern India 1857 to 1964 and here we will study freedom movement and nationalist literature. The topics to be covered are Introduction, Literature in the 19th century and Literature in the 20th century. Now, first is introduction. Literature played a significant role in the struggle for India's freedom. Beginning with the 19th century, when nationalist ideas began to emerge and literature in different Indian languages entered its modern phase, more and more writers began to employ literature for patriotic purpose. Most of them, in fact, believed that because they belonged to an enslaved country, it was their duty to create literature of a kind that would contribute to the all-round regeneration for their society and pave the way for national liberation. So literature एक बहुत important role play करता था इंडिया की फ्रीडम में. देन 19th सेंचुरी में अगर हम देखें तो उसकी शुरुआत में जब नेशनलिस्ट आइडियाज़ आने लग गए थे, लिटरेचर जो थी जो इंडिया की अलग अलग लैंग्वेजेस में लिखी जा रही थी वो एक तरह से मॉडर्न फेज था, जिसकी वजह से राइटर्स एक तरह से पेट्रियोटिक पर्पस के लिए लिटरेचर लिखना शुरू कर चुके थे. और काफ़ियों को ये भी लगता था कि क्योंकि इंडिया एक एंस्लेव्ड कंट्री है, ब्रिटिशर्स के हाथ में है, तो लिटरेचर यहाँ पे बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट हो सकता है जो कि एक सोसाइटी की रीजनरेशन में हेल्प कर सकता है. And even when freedom from the British rule had not yet emerged as a program of any major political organization or movement, and the Indian National Congress was concerned only with constitutional agitation, the realization of subjection and the need for freedom had begun to be clearly expressed in literature. So, जब ब्रिटिश रूल ज़्यादा इमर्ज नहीं हुआ था एक प्रोग्राम की तरह और इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस जो थी उसका कंसर्न भी सिर्फ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एजिटेशन था, उस टाइम पे भी फ्रीडम को स्टार्ट करने के लिए लिटरेचर ने बहुत क्लियर व्यूज़ एक्सप्रेस करने शुरू किए थे. नाउ लिटरेचर इन दी 19th सेंचुरी. It will not be possible for us to consider literature in all the major Indian languages. And so here we will confine to three major languages: Hindi, Gujarati and Bengali. Now it was mainly during the later half of the 19th century that political association and national consciousness along modern lines emerged in different parts of the country. So ये सिर्फ लेटर हाफ में हुआ था 19th सेंचुरी की, जो पॉलिटिकल एसोसिएशंस थे और नेशनल कॉन्शियसनेस वो इमर्ज होने लग गई थी अलग अलग पार्ट्स में कंट्री के, इंडिया के. एंड द फाउंडेशन ऑफ इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस इन 1885 was in a way the culmination of these earlier developments. The literature produced during this period as also was not only influenced by national consciousness, in turn it also influenced the character and pattern of national consciousness. So ये इस टाइम पे जो लिटरेचर प्रोड्यूस हुई थी ये सिर्फ नेशनल कॉन्शियसनेस को नहीं इन्फ्लुएंस करती थी, लेकिन साथ में नेशनल कॉन्शियसनेस के कैरेक्टर और उसके पैटर्न को भी इन्फ्लुएंस करती थी. नाउ फर्स्ट इज द बंगाली लिटरेचर. नाउ देयर आर टू टॉवरिंग फिगर्स इन द एनल्स ऑफ early modern Indian literature. They are Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay from 1838 to 94 and Govardhan Ram Madhavaraman Tripathi from 1855 to 1907. Besides being novelists, both of them were powerful intellectuals who made it their mission to understand the problems of their society and country. Their novels were intended to inspire their countrymen with patriotic sentiments. They, especially Bankim, also wrote essays that compelled their leaders or readers to think about the causes of the existing wretched state of their country. Bankim even brought out a journal the Banga Darshan with a view to educating and inspiring as many of the countrymen as possible. So, अगर हम बंगाली लिटरेचर देखें तो मॉडर्न इंडियन लिटरेचर में दो मेन नाम सामने आएंगे, जो है बंकिम चंद्र चट्टोपाध्याय एंड गोवर्धन राम माधवरमन त्रिपाठी. अब इन दोनों ने काफ़ी सारी ऐसे लिटरेचर्स लिखे हैं, पोएट्रीज, जो कि पेट्रियाटिक सेंटिमेंट्स को डिपिक्ट करते हैं. और स्पेशली बंकिम चंद्र चट्टोपाध्याय, इन्होंने एक अपनी जर्नल भी प्रोड्यूस की थी, बंगा दर्शन, जिसमें उन्होंने लोगों को इंस्पायर करने की कोशिश की थी ताकि वो पेट्रियाटिक सेंटिमेंट्स को जनरेट कर सके अपने अंदर. दो ही रोट सोशल नॉवेल्स ऑल्सो, it was largely through his historical romances that Bankim broadcast the message of patriotism. He combined history and fancy to create characters who were only too willing to make any sacrifice, even lay down their lives in their fight against injustice, oppression and subjection. This combination began particularly effective in the Anand Math in 1882. With its celebrated song Vande Mataram, the Anand Math inspired generations of patriots, and the revolutionaries truly treated it as their gospel. Dutt remained a Hindu who admired and respected his traditions and culture. It is this aspect of his personality that led him, the author of the Economic History of India, to write the history of civilization in ancient India and translate the Rig Veda, Ramayana and the Mahabharata. This he was prompted to do by what he termed his literary patriotism. The same literary patriotism influenced the choice of his first 4 novels, all of which are historical romances. Next is Gujarati literature. Govardhan Ram Tripathi, one of the makers of modern Gujarati literature, who wrote the 4 parts of his famous novel Saraswati Chandra over a period of no less than 14 years, from 1887 to 1901. Then designed as an epic in prose and written professedly to inspire and educate the reading class of Gujarat about the destiny of their country, Saraswati Chandra deals with the multifaceted problems of Indian society in bondage and lays down possible lines of action or for patriotically inclined Indians. So गुजराती में अगर हम देखें तो गोवर्धन राम त्रिपाठी जो है वो एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट लिटरेचर राइटर हमें दिखेंगे, जिन्होंने एक अपनी मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एंड मोस्ट फेमस लिटरेचर लिखा था सरस्वती चंद्र, जो कि 4 पार्ट्स में डिवाइडेड है और 14 साल के लंबे समय में लिखा गया था. और इस नॉवल के थ्रू भी वो ये दिखाना चाहते हैं कि इंडिया में कैसी बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकती हैं और एक तरह से जो पेट्रियाटिकली इंक्लाइंड इंडियंस हैं उनके लिए काफ़ी अच्छी हो सकती है ये नॉवल. देन commenting on British rule, Vishnu Krishna Chiplunkar wrote in his Nibandhamala about the way English educated Indians had been affected by it. Crushed by English poetry, our freedom has been destroyed. In this comment, English poetry stands for English education and all those intellectual influences by means of which the faith was instilled among Indians that British rule was for their welfare and the result of divine dispensation. Next is the Hindi literature. Despite his early death, Bharatendu produced a vast mass of literature and wrote in a variety of forms such as poetry, drama and essays. He also brought about a number of journals in order to enlighten the people about the affairs of their country and society. A large proportion of Bharatendu's literature is concerned with the question of subjection. For example, in a public literature on the promotion of Hindi in 1877, he asked the people the following poignant questions like how come as human beings we became slaves and the kings. This was a question that touched the very essence of India's political situation and did so in such a simple and moving manner that even the most ordinary men and women could understand it. ज़्यादातर जो भारतेंदु ने लिटरेचर लिखा था वो सब्जेक्शन के क्वेश्चन से जुड़ा था. फॉर एग्जाम्पल उन्होंने एक हिंदी प्रमोशन के लिए एक पब्लिक लेक्चर दिया था जिसमें उन्होंने काफ़ी अलग अलग क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे लोगों से, जैसे कि ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है कि हम लोग स्लेव्स बन गए हैं और ब्रिटिश किंग्स बन गए हैं. अब ये जो क्वेश्चन था ये काफ़ी एसेंस में इंडियन पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन को टच करता है एंड इसीलिए एक सिंपल और मूविंग मैनर में काफ़ी सारे ऑर्डिनरी मेन और वुमेन इसको समझ भी सकते हैं और इससे इंस्पायर भी हो सकते हैं. एंड दिस हाउएवर वाज अ क्वेश्चन दैट कुड ड्राइव अमंग पीपल अ फीलिंग ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंस इन द फेस ऑफ देयर ऑल पावरफुल किंग्स. देन नेक्स्ट इज Bharatendu thus employed poetry to carry to the people the message of patriotism. He even used popular and conventional poetic and other literary forms for this purpose. For example, he wrote bhajans that were intended to describe the state of the country, and in this manner he could enlarge the field of his appeal and message. So, भारतेंदु ने काफ़ी अलग अलग टाइप के लिटरेचर लिखे, जैसे कि उन्होंने भजन भी लिखे ताकि वो और ज़्यादा लोगों को अपनी बातों से इंस्पायर कर सकें. He also advised his contemporaries to make use of popular literary forms. This, it may be noted, was a development that reached its climax during the heyday of the freedom movement when popular songs were composed and sung during Prabhat Feris and public rallies. And many of these songs the British Indian government was forced to proscribe, though without much success. Next is the literature in the 20th century. Until about the First World War in 1914 to 18 and the Russian Revolution in 1917, the general trend of the discussion of freedom and subjection followed, by and large, the pattern that had emerged during the last or later decades of the 19th century. India could be no exception to this rule. Instead of specific grievances and specific concessions, an integrated critique of British rule evolved over the years and freedom seemed the only solution. Indian literature during the last 30 years of freedom struggle became increasingly concerned with the momentous questions of objectives freedom was expected to serve. The work of Premchand from 1880 to 1936, the great Hindi-Urdu novelist and a confirmed nationalist, illustrates the anxiety about the disturbing side of the nationalist struggle. So, अगर हम 20th century की बात करें तो लास्ट के 30 सालों में फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल की यानी कि 1900 से लेके 1947 तक जो प्रेमचंद का वर्क था, हिंदी और उर्दू नॉवेलिस्ट थे वो, उन्होंने भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा नेशनलिस्ट स्ट्रगल को एंग्जाइट किया था. इन टू ऑफ हिज मेजर नॉवेल्स रंगभूमि एंड कर्मभूमि, द underlying selfishness of the educated nationalist leaders is clearly exposed. The most depressing view of nationalist politics is provided in Godan, which is Premchand's masterpiece and one of the greatest Indian novels. Tara Shankar Bandyopadhyay wrote Dhatri Devta, Ganadevta and Panchagram. And no less a literary giant than Rabindranath Tagore condemned revolutionary violence in the clearest possible terms in his novel Char Adhyay. And similarly, Raman Lal Vasant Lal Desai from 1892 to 1954, perhaps the most popular Gujarati novelist of the period, showed in his Divya Chakshu the complete conversion of its revolutionary hero Arjun from faith in violence to the Gandhian path. Now here are some questions for you. First is, who brought out the journal Banga Darshan and which year did Bankim write Anand Math? Second question is, write a short note on the political contribution of Premchand's literary works. That's all for this session. Thank you and have a nice day.